Tuesday afternoon, time for a shave. As you can probably see from this ghastly phone camera angle, it's several days' growth of nasty fuzzy beard stuff. So I'm going to try to rub on today, from my very kind friend Jeff Smith, some Ariana and Evans. And this one is Vanilla de Tabac. And this was an Ariana and Evans, which when it was in its original pot, which Jeff allowed me to scoop some from, I asked him, had his dog been very ill and actually pooped in it? Because it had the most strange brown and mottled cream and ugh. But apart from my ill sense of humour, I've got to say, very nice, quite strong aroma, very pleasant one. But I'm trying to rub on a little as a pre-shave, and then I shall scoop up some more warm water and my wonderful 30mm nylon synthetic brush. Anyway, apart from this, which is a new soap to me, I'm not a soap expert, I wouldn't know a good smell if it landed upon me, but anyway, that's not the point. Point being, a couple of little things to mention. One, I thought we'd do a test today, which is what I'm about, Martin shave test, between a very high quality carbon steel, quarter hollow, and a very special, as you've seen before, very high quality, stainless, very hard steel in a full hollow from Wolf Blades, the beast. Now, my dragon razor, courtesy of Sergio Bandafrito, is a monstrously wonderful looking creature, but I've never had great faith in stainless steel. Others do, I don't. The same with me with Damascus. Given a choice, I always find a homogeneous steel to be superior. However, I'm speaking out of limited experience here. A little bit of a special trick, which is one of my favourites, adding a bit of water, warm water. It's been a very cold day today. Started off this morning, 2 degrees. That's 2 degrees C for the Americans market, which is only just above freezing. It's warmed up beautifully. April sunshine, thank God for that. However, getting back to what I was trying to talk about, the Wolf Blades Dragon Razor. Strange steel, stainless. I've done a couple of minor little improvements on it, just deepening a couple of border lines so that it all matches. Stropping it, interesting. It doesn't pass the hanging hair test quite as well as my other razors, which I'll show you in a second. But I would say on its normal hanging hair test, which is into the hair, it's absolutely magnificent. Running down the length of the grain of the hair, only just capable of popping, but then that's a very, very harsh test. Whether that's down to its original edge, I don't know. This has an indeterminate mirror edge, whereas a couple of the others have various edges. Let me show you the others. This is my Max Sprecher, which is a very, very high quality, high carbon standard steel, I believe, high speed steel, from America, of course. Now the Max Sprecher, I've been very surprised that it had to be rather harshly honed by myself because it had a warp in the blade, which was partially taken out by Dr. Matt. I had to do a little bit more, which is obviously slightly altered the hone wear pattern, but it doesn't matter, who cares? Point being, this one I honed myself, this one I've used several times. It's got a blisteringly good edge on it. This is on a synthetic Suhiru 20K edge, so I know this to be a very firm favourite. This one trims like, it's the best trimming razor I've got, to be honest. Anyway, let's look at this fella. Now this is a Max Sprecher. Look at the quality of that. That's got mother of pearl inlay on the spine, very fine filework, high polished blade, which I can see my stupid face in. I would say this is an extremely high-end razor. Again, courtesy of Sergio Bandafrito. He knows it's going to a good home, me. This has a Jana edge. You can tell under the little pocket microscope that I've got, it's got the hazy finish. This one, like my other Karonite handled Max Sprecher, splits hairs. You wouldn't believe how well. So let's have a little test and see what happens. However, while we're talking about sharpening and edges, look what I've got. Now this is a very interesting strop. It's actually, as you can see, concave, and it's cushioned concave. What a brilliant idea. It's plain wood on one side, it's a cushioned concave leather on the other side. Let me read to you what it's got on it. It's the Dandy Scientific Strop. Science demonstrates the convex curve as the correct principle. It gives an edge like a Toledo blade. Now, this, I'm guessing, is early 20th century. I don't think it's 19th century. I might be wrong. It's had some wear, not a lot of wear, but you can see the principle. It has, when you're stropping it, both a cushioned effect and it convexes. It's a convex surface, so giving you a concave beveled edge. So for touching up your edge, they weren't stupid in those days. They found a concave edge was superior. However, this argument can go on forever. But I thought Bill, hello Bill, I thought Bill M would like to see this. It's a comparable period, slightly later I would say, to his wonderful American convex strop. So yeah, I mean, they were up to researching. I mean, they don't make a commercially produced item with such claims on it for fun. So it doesn't settle any argument. I'm just saying that concave bevels and convex strops are still out there. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, just as a comparison, here's an interesting one. This one I picked up. This has leather on one side, leather on the other, but that's sealskin, black sealskin. It actually says, you probably can't read it, terrible light, do beg your pardon, but it says sealskin anyway. So I rather like the history of razors and stropping. Back to the present time, let's rekindle my fading lather. I'm doing the Jacques trick. Well, trick's not the right word. Adding a little bit of water to your lather, so bringing it back to life. Don't want it to dry out. It's no good me quaffing on about the smell of this Ariana and Evans. It smells nice. Don't ask me. As I say, as an engineer, I spent quite a large amount of my stupid life grinding, polishing, buffing, welding, casting. And when you do that, your nose probably isn't that brilliant. Anyway, here we go with Sergio Bandafrito's Max Sprecher. And I've got very high hopes for this. Well, it's cutting and I can't even feel it. And this is on about 3, maybe 4 days of stubble. Yeah, it's a very superior edge. Yep. Okay, it's got a pretty vicious point, but I don't find that a problem. Yeah. As you can hear, that's quite nice. I wouldn't say it's incredible, I've had better, but it's very, very good. Let me now try my faithful Max Sprecher. Now this one I had to alter, as I've just said. I've had to alter and hone myself. So this one has a very high polish edge. This is on the Suhiru. As the other one you just saw me with, that, without any doubt, there's a J-Nat edge. Feel-wise, almost identical. I'd probably give it slightly to the J-Nat at the moment. But for trimming, this is my favourite. Just look at under your nose and find every loose hair. Let's now try the Beast as a comparison. I'll lather up again just a little bit more. The big advantage with the Beast, which is maybe an advantage, I'm not absolutely convinced, is the fact that it's got a big smiling blade, which I'm not used to. But the disadvantage of a smiling blade, I find, is stropping. Not the difficulty of the knobbly bits, the decorative parts of the razor. No, the fact that you tend to obviously put more emphasis, more power, more thrust in the centre of the blade, which is not ideal, because the centre of the blade, although it comes out blisteringly sharp, it does rather leave the toe and the heel a little bit neglected. So I would probably say smiling blades maybe take a very slightly different way to attack their edge than I'm used to. I'm used to pretty parallel edges, but a smiling edge done carefully, as I hope I have, seems to work perfectly well. Let's try the Beast. Here's the dragon. And this with the gleaming eyes now. Now this is the Wolf blades, and this is the stainless steel, very, very hard Swedish steel. This is on a 64 Rockwell. Well, I'll be damned. Isn't that strange? Do you know, it didn't really impress me, this hanging hair test. But it's very smooth. As I said on my last shave, it's a gentle beast. Well, knock me down with a feather. Yeah. For comfort, pure comfort, the stainless steel high-end custom razor is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not even used to it. It's only the third shave I've had with it. And it's beautiful. Well, it's exotic anyway. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This is very comfortable. So for my money, believe me, it was a lot of money, I would say Trevor Wolfson makes a significantly improved edge. More to the point, his steel, this Swedish stainless steel is wonderful. I could do this all day. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, it's a little tiny touch of blood on the edge of my blade. Wonder where that came from. Oh, just under my ear. Oh well, no one's going to notice. I certainly haven't. Couldn't feel it. That's this little beast. It must have just perhaps caught something invisible. Time to do a few more tests. We'll use the other blade now and see what happens. This isn't the thickest lather, but then I like to see where I'm going. If you've got a massively thick lather, I do find a little intimidated by the camouflage effect. So just lather for a little bit more. And we'll go again with a straight blade, or rather a straight edge on the other two, which are the Max Spreckers. Here's back with Old Faithful. This is the one I had to hone quite harshly, but it has turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful blade. Going across the grain. Absolutely wonderful. No problem there. See if you can do a bit across the moustache. Yeah. Very nice. Go to the other side. Wipe the stuff off. Yep. Do a little bit of a fool's pass. I do it one-handed. Don't see the point of doing it two-handed. If you have sufficient control, one-handed seems to work. Yeah, that's nice. However, let's do against the grain now with this other magnificent Sprecher, courtesy of Serge. Sergio is got very nearly 500 followers on his channel. I loved every single one of Sergio Bandafritos. If you get a chance, chaps, and you're into YouTube shaving, do give some of the past episodes of Shaving with Serge. They're absolutely enthralling. He uses these wonderful, wonderful razors with consummate skill. And that is great. Yeah, it's still good. Look at that. Yeah, this is the one with the J-Nut edge. And I've got to say it's good. Very, very good. See if I can... Yeah, that's magnificent. All right, so it's got a big funny point. What's wrong with that? Yeah, absolutely perfect. Oh, a little tiny bit there. Maybe I can get a different angle. I don't know. Yeah, that's all right. This is the first time I've used this razor. So it's one of Sergio's. The build quality, absolutely stunning. Anyway, look chaps, I'm rabbiting on, time's running. I sure you don't want to see my stupid face any longer. I hope this is of some interest to some of you. This is more of a test between steel types. Both the Spreckers are very high quality tool steel, carbon steel, and the Wolf Blades, my baby, my beast, that is a stainless steel. And surprise, surprise, it didn't pass the hanging hair test, but it shaved the best. It gave the most comfortable shave. So here we are again before I ring off, so to speak. That's the beast. That's my dragon. That's the wolf blades, which Sergio Bandafrito designed. There is a relatively magnificent Max Sprecher with beautiful mother of pearl inlay to match the mother of pearl scales. Beautiful razor. Limited file work on it, but a full inlay. And here's my old bugger. Now this one is plain as a pikestaff, but by God, it's a bloody good razor. And it's got a beautiful, beautiful nose for finding all the loose hairs with. So there you have it. I have no great conclusions or wisdom to impart. If you're looking for wisdom, look at a philosophy book, not me. Anyway, apart from one tiny touch somewhere back here, yeah, tiny little touch, which I think the Wolf Blades dragon did. But pretty good shave. Absolutely faultless on the moustache, faultless on the cheeks. I could have done a little bit more down here. Can't be bothered. I'm going to go straight onto the alum and see what it feels like. Little bit of sting on the moustache. I did go over it 4 times at all different angles with 3 different razors. So hardly anything. Strangely enough, a little tiny bit more sting than I expected on my neck. None at all where this mysterious little nick occurred. Can't feel a thing. So anyway, chaps, thanks for putting it with me. If you're interested in any of my test shaves, which I love to do comparison tests, one razor against another, one edge against another, one type of edge against another. That's what I do. Anyway, do like and subscribe. Look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? Yay! See you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.